Effortless web app deployment, harnessing AWS S3, CloudFront, and CodePipeline for seamless delivery. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Introduction to deploying web apps with AWS services. Deploying web applications efficiently is crucial for maintaining a smooth user experience and ensuring rapid updates. AWS provides a suite of services, including S3, CloudFront, and CodePipeline, that can significantly streamline this process. These tools enable developers to automate deployments, improve content delivery, and ensure that their web apps are always up to date and performing optimally. Overview of AWS S3, CloudFront, and CodePipeline for web application deployment. AWS S3, simple storage service, offers scalable storage solutions ideal for hosting static websites. CloudFront, AWS's content delivery network, CDN, enhances performance by delivering content through a global network of edge locations. AWS CodePipeline is a C/CD service that automates the build, test, and deployment phases, ensuring that your web app is always up to date. Setting up AWS S3 for web app hosting. To deploy a web app, you must first set up an S3 bucket to host your application files. S3 provides a reliable, secure, and scalable environment for static website hosting. You can start configuring an S3 bucket through the AWS Management Console. You can upload HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and other assets to the bucket, creating S3 buckets and configuring them for private access. While S3 buckets can be public or private, keeping them private and controlling access through CloudFront is generally a good practice. This configuration enhances security by ensuring that only CloudFront can access your S3 content directly, protecting it from unauthorized access. Create an S3 bucket. Go to the S3 console, create a new bucket, and choose a unique name. Configure bucket permissions. Set the bucket to private and restrict public access. Set up bucket policy. Create a policy that allows CloudFront to access the bucket. Configuring Amazon CloudFront for content delivery. CloudFront is essential for delivering your web app to users with minimal latency. By caching content at edge locations worldwide, CloudFront ensures users experience faster load times. Establishing CloudFront distributions and integrating with S3. You can create a CloudFront distribution once your S3 bucket is set up. This distribution will serve as the front end of your web app, fetching content from the S3 bucket and delivering it to users through its CDN. Create a CloudFront distribution, link it to your S3 bucket, configure caching behaviors, and set up SSL/TLS for secure connections. Set Origin Access Identity, OAI. This ensures that only CloudFront can access your S3 bucket, preventing direct access to your files. Configure cache settings. Adjust cache behavior to control how long CloudFront stores content before checking for updates in S3. Implementing AWS CodePipeline for continuous deployment. CodePipeline automates the deployment process, ensuring that every change made to your web app is automatically tested and deployed. Set up source control integration. Connect CodePipeline to your GitHub or code commit repository. Define build and deployment stages. Use code build to compile your app and configure deployment to S3 if needed. Deploy to S3. Automatically upload new builds to your S3 bucket, triggering updates in CloudFront. Automating build and deployment processes with CodePipeline. With CodePipeline, you can automate the entire build and deployment lifecycle. This automation speeds up the deployment process and reduces the chances of human error. Utilizing AWS Lambda for cache invalidation. Cache invalidation is crucial when you need to update content immediately. AWS Lambda functions can be integrated with CodePipeline to invalidate the CloudFront cache automatically, ensuring that users always receive the most current version of your web app. Enhancing performance with on-demand cache purging. On-demand cache purging allows you to clear specific files from the CloudFront cache without invalidating the entire distribution. This technique is proper when only certain assets need to be updated. Integrating Lambda with CodePipeline for seamless updates. By linking AWS Lambda with CodePipeline, you can automate cache invalidation during deployments. This integration ensures that CloudFront serves the latest content after each deployment without manual intervention. Create a Lambda function. Write a function to invalidate CloudFront cache and deploy it in the same region as your CloudFront distribution. Trigger Lambda from CodePipeline. Set up CodePipeline to invoke the Lambda function after each deployment. Automate cache invalidation. Ensure that cache invalidation occurs every time a new deployment is pushed to S3. Automating cache invalidation on new deployments. Automating cache invalidation ensures that your users get the latest version immediately whenever you deploy new code. This step is critical for maintaining an optimal user experience. Conclusion: maximizing efficiency in web app deployment. AWS S3, CloudFront, and CodePipeline offer a powerful combination for web app deployment. By automating the deployment process, optimizing content delivery, and ensuring that users always receive the latest updates, these tools help developers maintain high-performing, secure, and efficient web applications. Summarizing the benefits of combining AWS S3, CloudFront, and CodePipeline. Efficiency: automate deployments and reduce manual intervention. Performance: deliver content faster with CloudFront's global CDN. Security: keep your content secure by controlling access with CloudFront and S3. Scalability: easily scale your web app as traffic grows. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.